Yeah, we back with another interesting video. Now today, man, we're going to be talking about it. Tariq Nasheed versus Auston Holleman. We're going to be examining the ideology and the propaganda spread by Tariq Nasheed and the lived experiences by the passport bro, Auston Holleman. Now, in case you didn't know, Auston Holleman, he did the unexpected, right? He did what we never thought he was going to do. He hopped on a plane and he went to Mama Africa, right? Yeah, he in the motherland right now. Yeah, for sure. And so we're going to talk about today. And one thing I talk about frequently on my channel, the young brothers like myself, the young dudes like myself, I don't really know how old Auston Holleman is. I believe he's in his early 20s, if I believe he's younger than me. But the young brothers like myself, we don't listen to these old heads like Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black. We don't listen to none of these dudes. We don't take none of what they say serious. Fuck everything they talking about. Now, when it comes to the old heads and the elders and the generals that we respect, much love and salute. But when it comes to these Tariq Nasheed characters, these Jason Black, the black anonymity, we don't listen to nothing they gotta say. In my opinion, their time is done. If you ask me, it's time for new leadership. It's time to put the jersey up in the rafters. Move out the way, old head. Go schedule your colonoscopy. The young niggas, we in the building. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Auston Holleman, he is currently in East Africa. I don't know which country. I believe Tanzania, but I could be wrong. And if you were to listen to Tariq Nasheed, you would think that as soon as you land in Africa, it's going to be a bunch of hostile energy, a bunch of adversarial energy. The people are not going to welcome you. They're not going to show you love as a brother, as a part of the family. And guess what, man? I'm going to run the footage, man. I'm going to run the footage of not only Auston Holleman, but also the good brother Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, providing his commentary on the situation. And then after that, I'm going to come back with my commentary on the situation. So I'm going to run the footage and I'm going to be right back. Let's go.
One thing I noticed about being out here is I realized the programming that you have naturally just from being a U.S. citizen with black on black. When you look at groups of black people or black people in mass numbers, we automatically think danger or bad. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've been walking through these areas that if I was in the United States and there was this many of us in one group, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not even going to go over there because they're gonna probably try to check me. It's gonna be some sort of problem. And I walked down the street. And I was like, let me just test it out because I'd have been in the favela in Brazil. This can't be no worse than that. So I just looked at everybody and they looked at me, nodded their head. They gave me a thumbs up, smiled. Hey, bro, how you doing? And these are groups of black people in an African nation that the media propagates to be these poor, dangerous places. I'm not saying there's no crime that goes on here, but I can say I feel a lot more welcome here than I would in the neighborhood back in the United States.
So that's why I said in the beginning, don't get mad at him because truth, like, see with the exclamation, see, one day, guys, one day it took for him to realize, wait, all that stuff that they have been telling me, that ain't true. And it really be like that. I mean, I could play you my old videos of me saying the same stuff. Me telling y'all guys, you're going to feel like this at first. Listen, you in America, you are programmed to believe that if there's a lot of black people in the area, something bad's going to happen. If there's a lot of black people in the area, something bad's going to happen. And it's not just programming, it's actually true sometimes. But we are traumatized by our experience in America. And we carry that experience over to Africa. The one saving grace of Auston is that Auston is intelligent. That's the difference between Auston and somebody like one of these FBA dudes or one of these dudes on Twitter. Auston is intelligent. He's like, yo, I felt like this at first, but based on my experience, he's not just going to keep perpetuating a lie for clicks and views. Like just on that first day, that one day, y'all, Auston's whole life is going to change. His whole outlook on life going to change. The way he even look at his own people is going to change. And soon, the way he looks at his own women is going to change. And that's going to be the major move. That's why when they told me Auston was going to Africa, when I saw that, I was like, yep, he about to be married. Watch. You want to bring somebody to your house? In that apartment that Auston was in, I'm not even joking. Bro could have knocked on a door and be like, hey, do you have a cleaning lady? They'd be like, yeah, can she come up and make me some food? Literally, it'd be like that. I literally have done that. I'll see a lady walking down the hallway and be like, hey, can you cook for me? They'll be like, yeah, they'll do it. I'm talking about shit you will never experience in America. You could just flag the chick down in your own apartment and ask her to cook for you. He said, so now he's first day, black women love me. You just figured that out? Black women love you all over the world, bro. But if you look at them the way you look at the women there, things will be different.
All right, we back. Now, one thing I love that Auston touched on was the programming and the propaganda that is forced down our throats since we are young children. sitting up in the classroom. And I speak about this on my channel. I speak about the Eurocentric narrative of history, the Eurocentric worldview that is promoted in the media. I speak about this frequently on my channel, and it has a massive effect on us mentally. If you ain't properly protected by your family, if you don't got, listen, it's very easy to get sucked down into the BS. And you wonder why someone like Tariq Nasheed is able to gain a following, because since we are young children, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, those seeds of anti-blackness are already planted in our minds from the classroom, the textbooks, the history books, the news, the media, everything around us. The culture of America is inherently anti-black. So much so that anytime a black man comes around preaching black empowerment and really wielding a massive amount of influence over the people, they look at him as a threat to national security. The culture and foundation of the nation was founded on anti-black sentiment, anti-African sentiment, and that same sentiment has penetrated every sector of society. And I didn't play the clip here, but if you go to Auston's video, in the beginning you see him in a taxi cab. He's looking around. He got the camera on a crowd of black people, and he's scared to walk amongst them because he thinks, man, it must not be safe here. Meanwhile, it's a bunch of people moving around, just going about their day, going to work, going to the market, just minding their business. But because that programming is in his mind, he thinks, man, a crowd of black people, man, I might get robbed. I might get robbed here at the market. Like, bro, come on, man, it ain't even that. But that seed of anti-blackness was planted into him, just like it was planted in the rest of us. The only difference is Auston took the initiative to go see for himself. Yeah, they planted the propaganda in my head, but let me go see for myself. He took that extra step that many of us do not even make. Many of us get bombarded and we get those seeds planted in our minds and we don't ever do anything about it. And so many of us get sucked into these anti-black ideologies that Tariq Nasheed pushes out because we already are working with some confirmation bias. We already got some anti-black confirmation bias going on. So when Tariq Nasheed comes along pushing that bullshit, many of us, it's very easy to get sucked into the nonsense and be like, yeah, man, F them Africans, F them Caribbeans, F black people over there. Yeah, because guess what? You already got that seed of anti-blackness already planted in you. It was just waiting for somebody to activate it. That's why when I made that video a long time ago entitled The Connection Between Tariq Nasheed and Just Pearly Things, I examined the various talking points that Nick Fuentes pushes out. As we all know, Nick Fuentes, the self-proclaimed white supremacist, and the talking points that Tariq Nasheed pushes out. And when I lined them up together, you notice there was no difference. There was no difference because it's coming from the same place. It's coming from the same source of anti-blackness. And one thing black people like to do, we like to act like the United States is two different nations. Like there's white America and there's black America. Motherfucker, we sitting in the same classrooms, watching the same TV shows, in the same neighborhoods, integrated amongst the same societies. We are all influenced by the same propaganda and the same messaging that is pushed down all of our throats collectively. The same messaging that is sent to the white kid that gives him that sense of superiority when he opens the history textbooks and he sees Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, the Greeks and the Romans. Guess what? The young black kid, he's reading that same textbook, and all of his history is written out of the textbook. And the same messaging and propaganda that gives the white kid that sense of superiority and supremacy is the same messaging and propaganda that gives the black kid that sense of inferiority and self-hatred. Because like I said, America has a culture of anti-blackness, anti-Africanness, and we are all learning from the same curriculum, and we are all consuming the same media and the same propaganda and the same messaging. There is no white America, black America separation. It is one nation, the United States of America, and we are citizens of this nation. And I really appreciate Auston for being so honest about it, bro, because even he was able to recognize it. And in my opinion, apart from actually putting boots on the ground and going to see for yourself like he did, the best way to undo this programming or to avoid this programming from taking root is to simply be knowledgeable about your history. Have an interest in learning about your history, understanding who you are as a black man or black woman. Because if you leave it up to society, they're going to tell you that you weren't shit and you didn't come from shit and you ain't worth shit. But when you have a true, authentic, and deep understanding of who you are as a black man or black woman, a true understanding of your history and your origins, nothing that anybody will ever tell you can really make you feel inferior to anybody. You'll feel empowered enough to conquer the world and go out and do anything you want. You'll feel unstoppable. And not only that, you'll have a camaraderie. You'll have a built-in love and admiration for black people all over the world, especially when you have an understanding of their history as well. You'll realize the connection that we all share, the common enemies that we all share, the similar hardships that we all share, the similar position that we all share. And those of us in the diaspora, we have a special blessing because we aren't tied down to any one group in the diaspora, in the continent, I mean. You see, in the continent, they're going to come from they tribe, they nation, they ethnic group. But us, we got so many ethnic groups all up in our bloodstream, bro. So we're not connected to just one. We're not just connected to the Mandinka. We're not just connected to the Wolof. You know what I mean? We got all of it going on, bro. We connected to all them cultures. So when I study the history of the Ashanti, I'm like, man, that's me. When I studied the history of the Fulani, I'm like, man, that's me. When I studied the history of the Mandinka, I'm like, man, that's me. When I study the history of the Fawn, I'm like, man, that's me. When I study the history of the Congo people, I'm like, man, that's me. Because I got all that running through my bloodstream. And even the brothers in East Africa, even though we're a little more distant from them genetically, but they still are brothers too. Yeah, we share a deep connection with our brothers on the west coast of Africa, but we also share a connection in terms of our origins with our brothers on the east coast of Africa. And big up to the brothers on the south side of Africa. We ain't forget about y'all too, man. Big up to my brothers, man. But yeah, in my opinion, this goes to show, listen, Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, all that propaganda you pushing, we ain't listening to you bum ass fuck niggas. Listen, the young niggas like myself, the young brothers like myself, we are not listening to you old hair, gray hair follicle motherfuckers. We not listening to none of y'all. So keep yapping and babbling from your motherfucking basement, nigga. We gonna be traveling the world, counting up this check, spending this check, doing our thing, meeting beautiful women all over the goddamn world, beautiful black women. I'm not with them brothers in Asia and Thailand. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. Listen, we gonna be doing our thing, bro. We doing our thing. We international with it. We international. You a local joker. You a regional buster. But the young brothers getting money. I think Auston getting money because he in a different country every month. You got to be getting some money. But yeah, the young brothers getting money. We not listening to that bullshit. We not listening to that bullshit. Stay in America. Stay in one place. Nigga, fuck out of here. Weak ass fuck, nigga. We not staying. We going all over the world. We all over the map. We all over the map. Now, Auston a G because he just pulled up to Africa by himself, solo dolo. You see, when I pull up to Africa, I ain't been to too many countries, bro. I've been to Senegal, been to South Africa, I've been to Kenya, and I've been to Nigeria. But I always came with a homie of mine. I grew up on the Northeast, New York, so you know, over here we got all type of nationalities. Like I just grew up, my whole friend group, it was just different nations, bro, from the islands to the continent to in America. All my homies from all type of different cultures and nations. I was never limited. So due to the fact that I had so many homies from so many different cultures, whenever they went back home, I'll be like, yo, bro, I'm coming too, bro. Let me know when you're going out there, bro. I'm pulling up with you. I never really been a guy to travel alone, but I'm telling you this, bro, whenever I'm outside the country in a black country, bro, that's the only time I feel like a man for real. I don't feel like a man in the United States, bro. I don't feel like a man, even though, like I said, I come from a family that got money, especially for United States standards. We got money. We got millions of dollars in property. We got hundreds of $1,000s in cars. But at the end of the day, we are still part of the bottom caste of society. We have no rights. So a fucking policeman can roll up on me in a motherfucking Benz and blow my head off and get off scot-free. I don't feel like a man in this country. I don't feel like a man. But when I go overseas, especially with this US dollar and this US passport, bro, I feel like a man. I instantly go from being on the bottom caste of society to the top caste of society. And since the majority of the country is black, we don't got to deal with that. We don't got to deal with those racial politics that we deal with in the United States. And because I'm a foreigner, I'm a son of the diaspora, I don't get involved with the intertribal politics. You know, I'm just a son of the diaspora coming back home. You know what I mean? So I don't get involved in that. It's all love. They show your boy big love wherever I touch down, bro. I don't got anything negative to say about any black country, period. Even back home in Haiti, bro, that's why I really feel like a man. That's why when these Tariq Nasheed fuck niggas be talking about go back to your country, nigga, what? You acting like that's an insult. When I'm back home in Haiti, I know y'all look on the news and be like, oh my God, the gang violence. That's in the capital, bro. I don't be up in the capital. I be on the north side. I be on the south side. I be in Cap, you know what I'm saying, up north, and I be down south. I be in the south. So I don't be up in the capital. That's in the west coast of the country. I got uncles that's retired policemen. I got my father. My father's cool with politicians in the government. Bro, when I be up in the country, I be moving with the police, nigga. Police escort. That's something you're not gonna get in the United States, bro. I'm not gonna be able to get Nassau County Police Department to motherfucking give me the police escort with the goddamn assault rifle protection. That ain't happening, bro. But when I touch down back home, I could do that. And I'll be up in a big mansion, and I got beautiful black women serving me my food, cooking my food, and serving me the food. And my uncle hold me down, so let a nigga run up, try to try me, nigga. We got the F&M, we got the Kel-Tec shotgun, nigga. Try to run up, nigga. Try to run up, nigga. You see, in New York, I don't feel like a man because you can't even have a gun in New York. I think it's like automatic 3 years in prison if you get caught with a gun. So I don't feel like a man in this country, bro. The black man can't really feel like a man. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter. As a black man in the United States, we simply just have no power. We just have no power here, bro. We are a powerless group. It doesn't matter how much money you got. But when I'm back home, when I'm on the islands, bro, when I'm back on the island, bro, when I'm on the continent, bro, I feel like a man. I feel like a man. Even in the Dominican Republic as a Haitian, right? As a Haitian, I feel like a man there too. Not as much of a man as I feel in Haiti. Because keep in mind, at any given moment, the Dominican government could seize all our property. We never know with them boys. You know what I mean? We never know. But even in the DR, I feel like a man, bro. And when I'm out the country, I feel like a man. When I got my money in my pocket, my US passport, the US dollar, bro, you can't tell me shit. That's why I be telling my brothers, man, don't listen to these dumbass niggas, these Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black ass niggas. Don't listen to them, bro. Don't listen to them. Cause I'm telling you, you gonna miss out on some beautiful experiences. I'm telling you, bro. See, the young guys like myself, Auston, Holleman, in our 20s, we can't afford to listen to guys like Tariq Nasheed and Jason Black that tell us to, you know, don't leave the country, don't connect all over the globe internationally. You have to understand their time is done. These guys are 50 plus years old. Their time is done. It's time for them to retire the jersey. The young brothers like myself, our time is just beginning. We are just starting to step into the spotlight. These dudes about to step into the nursing home. So why are you listening to whatever they got to say? Get out of here with that, man. But yeah, man, before we get out of here, I wanna examine some of these tweets by Auston Holleman. He said this. Take a look up on the screen. America destroys your mind. It's day one in Africa, and being a black American, you have to untrain yourself from having your eyebrow raised at your own people. I'm going to spend a lot of time here on this continent. I haven't met one person with ill intent yet. And big up to Auston because, like I said, bro, the young dudes, we ain't listening to none of that BS that Tariq Nasheed talking about. See, Auston Holleman, he sees them as his own people. He says your eyebrow raised at your own people. That's how you know. The young brothers, we not listening to Tariq Nasheed, bro. We not listening to him. That's for them old head niggas that got to schedule their colonoscopy. We not listening to them boys. Yo, we young, we vibrant, we getting money. Our arteries aren't clogged. Our kidneys are working. We young, we vibrant. We got the activity of our limbs. Everything is lovely. Everything is beautiful. And one thing I always say, brothers, it's so many beautiful black women across the world, bro. It's just so many that you wouldn't even, like, I'm telling you, it's a never-ending supply of beautiful black women on every continent on the planet, man. On every corner of the globe, everywhere. You would be a fool to limit yourself to one location. You would be a fool. Not only that, forget the women. If you're a young brother getting money, if you're a young brother trying to do business, get rich, man, you got to have an international mindset, bro. You got to. And that doesn't mean you got to abandon the United States, because I'm never going to abandon the United States for the simple fact that I know my sisters, they don't have the same mindset as me. My sisters, they enjoy the United States. You know, they don't want to branch out. Like, my sisters are comfortable here. So I'm always going to have family here. I'm always going to have property here. I'm always going to have business operations here. So when I say travel internationally, spread your wings, I'm not saying you got to abandon America, abandon the United States, because I'm never going to do that. My folks have established way too much over here for me to just let it go. Hell no. I got a stake here. Listen, we getting money here, my nigga. We generating profit over here. So what I'm saying is expand the operations. I'm not saying abandon what you got going over here, but expand the operations. Like when a business expands the operations, yeah, they go overseas, they start planting their flag in different locations. That's what I tell my brothers to do, man. Don't listen to these old head, gray hair niggas who their time is done. Their time is over. They didn't accomplish shit. They didn't build shit. The only thing they built was the YouTube channel, and that's it. But if you're a forward-thinking brother like myself, you got big dreams, you got big aspirations, you want to do big things, you got to have an international mindset, bro. The world is yours. The world is yours, black man. I'm telling you, you're going to feel like a man outside the country. I feel like a man when I'm outside the country. When I'm in the country, I don't feel like a man, bro. I don't feel like a man. I'm always gonna feel like a boy in this country, because we don't got no power. We don't got no economic power, no political power, no unity, no cohesion. It ain't shit popping over here, my nigga. Collectively ain't shit popping. It's just a bunch of every man for himself over here, bro. Every man for himself. And as it's going right now, I don't see any unity ever gonna be established. So anyways, bro, like I said, man, if you want to feel like a man, you're gonna have to get outside the country, bro. You're gonna have to get outside the country. Like I said, in New York where I'm at, I can't even have a gun in New York, bro. I can't even have a gun. When I'm outside the country, when I'm in my home country, when I'm back in Haiti, nigga, big straps, nigga, big strap. Let a nigga run up in the mansion, nigga, bang, nigga. Fuck out of here, bitch. And like I said, my family connected with the police and the government, so nigga can't tell me shit when I'm back home. So when these dudes tell me go back to my home country, that ain't no insult, bro. I move like a prince in my home country, bro. Can't tell me shit. But yeah, man, big up to Auston, bro. Big up to Auston. I mean, we been telling them that. We been telling them, bro, why you not going to Africa? How you over in Thailand? You over here, bro. Go to Africa, man. Somewhere where you could really feel like a man, bro. Somewhere you could really feel like a man. Now, if you're a bum ass dude in America, you're not gonna feel like a man in Africa. You're just gonna be a bum in Africa. But if you're a brother that's already doing your thing in America or wherever you at, trust me, internationally, especially with that US passport and that US dollar in your pocket, you're gonna feel like 10 times the man that you are. And you're gonna be among your folks. You're gonna be among your own people. And they're gonna be showing you love, bro. They're gonna be showing you love. Forget everything you heard that Tariq Nasheed said. That shit is not true, bro. It's big love. It's big love, unity, and camaraderie wherever I touch down, wherever I go. And that's something I'm already accustomed to growing up in the Northeast with various different cultures. I'm never out of my element because I grew up in a melting pot of black cultures in the Northeast. You already know how it is up in New York. So yeah, man, big up to Auston. Big up to Pan-Africanism Strikes Back. Go check out Pan-Africanism Strikes Back. Go check out his breakdown, his reaction, his commentary on the Auston Holleman video, the full commentary. I think it was an awesome breakdown. I think he touched on a lot of important points. Go check it out, man. But yeah, it's your boy Nefakari Desaline back in the building. Yes, indeed. Like, share, subscribe, Cash App in the description. And I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in that ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. that's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Pay for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This is an art, and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands, cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.